What's up, YouTube? Pain coming in. Right now, I'm just outside, burning one down, just walking. It's a lot of things I kind of want to talk about, but I guess, like usual, thing that's just on my mind is how insane this world is, and how none of us really at all asked to be here. I think that's so unfortunate that our parents just did that act, and now we have to suffer for however many years that we remain on this earth. And even worse, there's been cases where, these parents, they'll be going through their own trials and tribulations. And, some of them, of course, they'll expect the child to be the one that surpasses them or is the breadwinner. And then some of them, they decide to take matters into their own hands when shit gets real ugly. And, they may take their own life or something and just leave that child alone, basically. Now, mind you, a neglectful parent somewhat has already done that. Say you a parent, you got multiple kids, but you still out living like you just turned 19 or 20. You out drinking, you out doing this, and you letting somebody else raise your kids, whether that be older family or friends or whatnot. That's neglectful too. Like, your kids don't even really recognize you, and then when they do see you, it's just for a split second. It's like it's almost just a check-in. But it's just insane that we have to deal with all this suffering just because two people decide to have sex. And even worse, just as time moves on, you could just tell that the governments, and I just don't want to put it all on the governments, the elites, the system, just average, normie, everyday people. You can just see the conformist and the conformity. It's like everybody knows things are going to probably get worse, but people don't care because it's not impacting everybody on a super massive level. You know what I mean? Like, say if a hurricane came through and wiped everybody's shit, then yeah, you're going to see a lot of people coming together as a community. And maybe not even that still. But it's always the worst case scenario for people to have to come together. Even as far as something like 9/11, we still, as American people, discriminated against a lot of Islamic people or people of Middle Eastern descent. But for the most part, a lot of Americans were trying to lock arms with each other. And it's like, what? Because a lot of people died because of a foreign nation doing something to us because, we've been fucking up their lands for the beginning of time. It's like, okay. I mean, at least everybody's coming together. But, of course, it's always a bittersweet reason. Religion, entertainment, politics, education. There's probably something else I'm missing, but it's so many things that they use to control the people at a massive level, and it's all constructed so good. Like, it's just constructed so well. Like, it's like I see the point why people can't get out of these like magic squares that these people put us in, as far as race, your nationality, your culture, your this, your that. It's all a fucking tool to keep us distracted and disbanded from uniting. Even though something like that, in a perfect world, we wouldn't even have to unite. And in a perfect world, I think everybody would probably be somewhat, in unison with each other. But I don't think that will ever happen, ever. It just won't. There's always going to be somebody with a lighter skin complexion that's going to hate somebody with a darker skin complexion. Somebody that speaks this language is going to hate somebody that speaks that language. It's just all stupid shit. And it comes full circle to what I said, that most people around are just big kids having kids. That's all I see it as. I work with somebody that's damn well over 50-something, and he reminds me of a kid every day that I'm at work with him. And I get it. Once you get old, you get kind of back to that, like, I don't want to say childlike state, but you're a little bit of, like, confused, and, you know, you're slow and all type of shit. It's just like, I just don't see myself getting to that point. Like, what reason is it? Like, I don't see it. Oh, yeah, I got to stay alive so my mom or my peoples don't get put in a fucking nursing home. Oh, I gotta stay alive because people care about me. Oh, man. Ain't that a bitch? It's like you're in a contract already. It's like, now, before you exit, you will leave these people in an immense amount of suffering, pain, anguish, and overall hurt because you decided to leave. Do you still want to continue? It's like, you know, that screen that pops up on a video game if you not playing. It's just funny. It's just like a fickle ass game. And like I said, I don't knock anybody that plays video games, but like, bro, this life is way too fucking chaotic for me to even just. I'm not gonna say I don't have the time to, but I really don't. It's just like I'm trying to navigate this shit, so I really don't have time just to be in a fucking fantasy world. This one already seems like a fucking morbid ass dystopia, so I'm just trying my best through this hoe, trying to navigate through here. And I'm working my ass off, so, I mean, that takes this time consuming as well. I wish I could say that better things are coming for us as a society, but it's not. You gotta take shit at face value that, you know, we'll never be free. The only freedom you can have is if you freeing your mind. And you really finding out who yourself is. You know, I'm an individual person. I'm an individual soul. I'm an individual spirit. I don't have to be in line with everything that my family or my ancestors or whoever the fuck did, because I'm not them. I'm my own person. And I've always stood on that. I'm my own goddamn person. I can make my own decisions. I have a mind of my own. I don't need anyone to think for me. I think for myself. I'm not just saying I'm ignorant. I won't take anybody's word for anything, but I don't know. You better come with some facts for damn sure. Fucking with me. Like I said with that respect your elders shit. Just because you older doesn't mean that you know more. Absolutely not. You could have been fucking coddled your whole life. You know, privileged your whole life. Had safety nets around you your whole life. And you're talking to somebody that's on the baseline fucking reality of having to do everything alone and by themselves with zero help. Navigating this fucked ass world with nobody but yourself. And like I said, the only thing that can make you sharper through navigating this place is just getting intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Getting educated. Even with that, and getting educated and being informed, you got to be careful around just being on the internet, because there's so many people that want to switch around and, you know, retranslate words and shit. And you know what I mean? You know how humans are. You can never just leave things how they are. People always got to put their hands in it and fucking mess things up and do it how they see fit, you know, or try to make people feel guilty and get them in line to do things that they want to do. And, you know, it's always different narratives, so you really just can't just be trusting everything that you see or anybody that you listen to as well as that, even if it's me. I haven't posted in a minute. I just really haven't even been feeling making videos like this. I'm just been in my anhedonic state. Like, I get the shit that I need done, I come back and I just fucking unwind the best I can. But it's like I wouldn't care if the whole landscape just disappeared. and me aside with it, you know what I mean? I just don't care. It's like human beings, it's like so much potential. It's so many things that we could have done already, things we could have accomplished already, but it's always stupid things that hold us back. I don't trust this person. I don't do this. I have hatred for this person. I have hatred for this group. Oh, this place, these people oppress these people. This happens around this people and this and that. I don't really want to speak too much on current events, but even with all the war stuff, it's like everything comes full circle. History repeats itself. It's not surprising to me. It's not. I knew about the Palestine-Israel beef fucking 2016, bro. Like, it's crazy. All these countries got dirt and shit that they do. All these countries have blood on their hands. And I'm not saying I'm for or against anybody. I'm just talking in general. I just feel bad for the innocent, the babies that didn't ask to be in this bitch. But you know how shit goes. Parents want a new kid to push the revolution, huh? To push the indoctrination, right? So they don't give a damn. Like I said, when everybody's talking about having a kid, you're going to hear that I word come up a lot. It ain't going to be shit about that offspring and how they feel and how much of a gamble it is just bringing somebody into this life just because of your own selfish desires and your needs. Just so you can have a mini-me. A mini-me that may not even love you or appreciate you. A mini-me that might get killed in action. A mini-me that might have something horrific done to them in a disgusting way. And you don't know. You may think you know, but you don't. Everyone thinks that they have some type of life hacks set up for their child when they come here. You have no clue what you're talking about. I don't care if you even throw a religious book at them and think that that's going to do something. Just because a couple thousand years ago, there's a group of people that decided to combine all their minds and stories together and put it down on fucking paper or scrolls. Doesn't mean that shit's going to work, you know, in a couple thousand years down the line for whatever new generation is coming up. Shit's different. Nobody's trying to read around the fucking, you know, cherry pick or beat around the bush and shit. Want to know what's going on right now and get straight to the point. And yeah, life isn't like that. Experience is your best teacher, most definitely. But that's what I'm saying. When you bring somebody into this life, it's a big ass gamble because those experiences are going to shape that person. And not everybody is just forgiven like Jesus, I guess, and turning the other cheek, especially in today's age. You know, if you ain't standing on business, if you ain't protecting yourself, your energy, you're not standing on your truth, you're not, you know, living out yourself, you're going to be easily walked over or be a pawn. And it kind of sucks because even if you're a strong-minded person, your child will have to get into the workforce somehow. So they're going to be under somebody. You say, oh, that's life. They gotta have, you know, go through having good coworkers, bad coworkers, doing this, doing that. It's like, I just wouldn't bring a kid into this life just so they can work aimlessly to nothing. And now, yeah, we can have our little things on the side that we do and things of our passions, but and truly, are we really achieving our dreams? Our dreams? I think everybody's had big old dreams until they step out into the real world and they seen, you know, shit don't work out like that. It's all about luck and who you know, your connections, and what you can do for someone else, you know? But I just hope y'all stay physically and spiritually strapped, bro. Like, I really can't give y'all no fucking word of advice, but that, and like I said, just getting up on your knowledge and your wisdom. Shit's been tough. Been recently just trying to stay in my sobriety. I mean, I've been smoking nicotine. I ain't proud of it, but, you know, I need something. But, yeah, just searching. Like I said, there's really no truth because the truth is everywhere and it's a lie. But I'm gonna do my due diligence to strengthen my mind. You know, get everything in line with myself. You know, whether it be my last day tomorrow or next month or whenever, I want to know that I was in my truth. I was standing in my power. You know. And yeah, I wanna say that I'm proud of Gen Z still. We get this shit talked on us so much, but hey, we're still the only ones pushing the issue. Not enough. I ain't gonna act like we really starting revolutions and shit, but because a lot of people are doing the copy and paste shit. Oh, let me talk about a 9 to 5. Let me talk about some narcissistic, something about people gaslighting. Let me talk about this woke thing. Let me talk about, it's like, yeah. But for the real ones in the shadows, it's really doing the heavy work while all these motherfuckers are dancing around talking about this fucking snowflake shit, you know. I wish you a good one. Huh, we're the real ones, man. I ain't gonna lie, I heard one thing from the prison called Life that I don't really agree with, but shout out to dude and his channel. I think he said something along the lines, it's like, you can't really blame your parents. And I kind of get what you mean, because it's like they didn't actually be here either. But at the same time, whether you had a good childhood or a bad childhood, as like when your parents were younger, them bringing you into this life ain't no like free pass. Like, oh, well, I got brought into here, so I can do the same thing. Like, no, it don't work like that. Even back then, when it may have seemed relatively fine, you still got to do that work trying to, you know, just really figure out if this is really worth bringing your child into. And, you know, I feel just because you were your parents did it and your parents got brought into here doesn't give them a free pass. You know, they still could have thought deeply about that, found other ways. I don't know. But, you know, it is what it is. If you're here, you're here. You're here. There's nothing you can do about it. But like I said, y'all, keep y'all selves, keep your head up and shit. Try to stick through it. A lot of shit that happens around us is temporary. It sucks because, you know, a lot of us already been through the fucking we've been through it already. We done had our back against the wall in hell. Like we've had to already overcome a lot of shit, but you know, new levels, new devils, so keep on. And it's really all I have to say. I don't really know what I'm gonna title this video, but you know, my bad for my inactivity. I just been on my lone shit. But I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all night. Ain't really no extravagant sight to see, but I'm just chilling by the big tree. All right, y'all. Peace out.